Today, we'll be talking about building your foundation as a helper. The first step in acquiring basic counseling skills is to develop your identity as a helper. You are an essential part of your work as a helper. This is not the type of profession where you can check your personality at the door, check your personal attributes at the door. You bring your own personal style, your personality, your way of being into your sessions with the client. So each helper is his or her own person. You have to be genuine. You can't copy the style of your supervisor or your peer or some therapist you've seen on television. You have to develop your own style of counseling. So the skills, strategies, and interventions that you learn must be integrated with who you are and implemented with your personal style. The way I do cognitive behavioral therapy will be different than the way that you do it. Even if we're using the same interventions, we'll each have our own style. So, which attributes do you possess that you think contribute to being a good helper? What attributes do you think a good helper has that you do not possess? And what is your plan for developing those skills or attributes that you do not have? The practice nexus refers to the coming together of the four major components of practice knowledge. So they form the central core of what you need for today's practice as a mental health professional. Those include core skills and attributes. So what technical skills do you have? What types of therapy or what types of interventions are you able to implement? And what attributes do you have? What personality characteristics? What values? What principles do you have that will lead you to being an effective helper? Effectiveness and accountability. How can you make sure that the interventions and the methods that you use are safe and effective in bringing about client change? Critical commitments. What principles are you committed to? Things like collaboration, lifelong learning, ethical practice. And are you committed to diversity, meaning helping underserved populations and understanding your client in their environment, understanding their particular cultural perspective and the environment in which they are functioning? And these are things that you'll develop throughout your career. You'll constantly be developing new skills, honing your personal attributes, becoming more effective, and renewing your commitment to these critical commitments. So these are things that you will develop and continue to develop throughout your career.